very excited because Kim Lovito is she's I almost tell you that she is Miss Volen Center, period. But she's, of course, a nurse, and she's in charge of the care center there, the daycare center, and so many other things. And we thought today, Kim, if you would just like to walk around, inside, outside, we hope you don't lose the connection, and show people what the Volen Center is really like, because I love it, and I want people to see it. And even though they can't run in the way they used to, which is probably going to happen hopefully in the next few months, we still are running everything. So why don't you can keep talking, even if we don't see you as this beautiful woman.
You're in the admin section now. Let me just turn this around so that you turn it around. So this is the admin section. Okay. This is done. And then we go out through our secure doors. And this is the main center where we would normally have the active senior center. And we have the piano. And we have, this is our congregate meal site that's generally open. And our auditorium, I'll take you in now. As you can see, have all of our markings on the floor for social distancing.
No, I don't see any of this. Is there a reason? Oh, just see, he lost your video. It's okay. You just keep talking.
Okay.
I don't know why, but maybe that's what he was afraid of that. But
yeah, this is
so from Dan to everyone. Signal must be bad.
So I'm going outside then.
Okay, go outside.
Outside. I'll ask.
Just keep talking.
So every Tuesdays and Thursday, we get a delivery from a restaurant that has restaurant quality food for us. Can we see the boxes inside this truck here? So these boxes come in every Tuesday and Thursday, and we offload them from here. These boxes contain 14 meals. This is a refrigerated truck. 14 meals, we load them all on our buses, and we deliver them throughout South Palm Beach County. So there's
when you say there are 14 meals per person?
Per person, correct.
Now, how can they last for 14 days? Oh, they don't, not 14 days, no. It's
inside the box, it's how you should eat the meal. Let me turn this around. It'll tell you what's in the box, and for instance, if it's broiled salmon, the broiled salmon should be eaten first. They have a 7-day shelf life. So that was the first thing that should be eaten. And it tells them how to eat them. There's 7 hot meals, and then there's 7 breakfasts, like cereal, oatmeal, all fruits, milk. I'm trying to think what else is in there. Some of the meals, let me walk this way. Some of the meals are like broiled salmon, roasted chicken, pot roast, all kinds of.
I'm coming.
And I've had them. They're delicious.
So Kim, how does that differ? How does that differ from the meals that I picked up at the center?
So the normal catered congregate meals come from our normal caterer, and those are usually, we still distribute those also. Those meals are stuff that need to be eaten that day. I think there's a 3-day shelf life on those meals. But these are a 7-day shelf life.
And can people ask for those meals instead of the other?
Yes, they can. Some people get sick of the restaurant quality meals. And then some people some people want, one day they want the catered meals, the other day they'll get the box of meals.
Okay, so Kim, who keeps track of all that? Sounds to me like it's a big accounting mess.
The programs department will keep track of all of that. They work a lot with transportation, and they see when transportation delivers, if they have a cancellation or someone's not there, programs will come back and give them a call to confirm, see if they're there, and see if they want to continue with the meals. If they do, if they don't, if they're not going to be there for a doctor's appointment, they work all of that out with transportation. And then, some people become comfortable in going back out, so then they don't need them anymore.
So tell me what you are finding. Are the people who've been at home, are they getting out now? I mean, these are people who they're not the people who need daycare necessarily. They're just older adults, right?
Well, daycare, I find that many of the caregivers are going back to work. So they have to find a place for their loved one. So they bring them to our daycare centers. Others were finding that their loved ones had a significant decline by staying home. So they're weighing the awful weight that they have to bear, of whether they want quantity for the rest of this person's life or quality, and the happiness that their loved one gets from coming to our facilities and the friendships that they make. They are doing what their person wants to do. So they come to daycare. I mean, they have a blast here, and we really strive to make sure that they're social distance. We clean. I have a cleaning schedule every 2 hours or as needed. So
My
every 2
goodness.
hours, someone goes through the facility and disinfects all the handrails, all the doorknobs, all the just everything. And then at the end of the day, I have disinfectant foggers. After everyone leaves, we fog the entire center. And then it takes 10 minutes to dry. Of course, it dries overnight, and then we begin the next day.
So how many people can you take now, the way you're distancing them in the daycare?
So the Agency for Healthcare Administration gives you, when they give you your guideline for daycare before COVID, they gave you 45 square feet per person. So our East Boca daycare is capacity is 102, but I have
Wow.
about 30 here a day. I wouldn't have that many, considering. Keep in mind, we deal with the majority of people here have cognitive issues, and it's very hard for them to understand what mask wearing is. We don't require it for the clientele. We encourage it, of course. And the more their cognition has declined, the more difficult it is for them to wear a mask. It's confusing. It can cause agitation. All staff wear PPE. So, and we're very strict on symptoms also. I have not noticed in any client, and I'm not saying this is the case for everyone, but anyone that I have come across that has been positive for COVID in the senior community, I have not seen myself any of the obvious symptoms that they give for COVID. Most of it has been an obvious cognitive decline. Just something different, something off, not talking as much, not eating as much, maybe balance a little more off than normal. So
Well, so that's interesting that you're taking the people in from daycare, and their families pick them up, which is the whole essence of daycare, which is beautiful. But when they're home, of course they don't have to wear masks. But I understand what you're saying about masks there. But so that means that all of you wear masks so that you protect yourselves.
And everyone is socially distanced. They are 6 feet from each other. So that's why I keep it at such a low census.
Yes.
So that we have many different rooms in the daycare, so that we can have one person to a table, two to a larger table, different groups in different rooms, so there's not so many people. And like I said, we do a lot of cleaning and disinfecting.
Sounds like it. Even
it's when it comes
beautiful where you are now. I'm looking at beautiful trees. So tell us where you are now.
I'm sitting right outside of the daycare. I can't go into daycare because I don't have a mask on me right now, because I'm sitting outside.
But do you bring the people out there? Are you bringing people from daycare outside? It's very hot though, and I'm sure you can't do that now.
Well, under the canopy and in the middle of our building is shaped like a horseshoe. In the middle of the horseshoe on the inside is a beautiful canopy of trees. And I have an idea that I am currently getting some estimates on about a platform walk, nature walk around the trees that are out there,
Oh,
because I
lovely.
think it would be wonderful. Currently, we will walk out in the back because it is a secure facility. We'll take the clients out there and they can, feed birds, feed the squirrels, blow bubbles.
Oh,
Actually, it is not hot today. It's actually beautiful out.
okay.
But and we'll do it at this time of year, early in the morning or later in the afternoon when it is really nice out. And during the winter time in Florida, we will go have lunch out back.
Lovely. I'm so glad you're doing this today. I love to have you sit somewhere and talk, but this is showing us a lot of things. And so the buses, they're around the other area, aren't they? Are they
Yes,
active now? Are they working now, getting things to
they're
people?
out on the road right
Lunchtime.
now. They're out on the road. Because we don't put that many boxes on a bus because of temperature, of course. We will put 10 boxes, they go immediately, deliver them, and they come back to this refrigerator truck and pick them up. So
Who
they'll
owns the
come back all
refrigerator
throughout
truck,
the day.
Kim? Who owns
What?
the refrigerator truck?
That was the refrigerator truck that I showed you the
Yeah, who
boxes.
owns it?
How what?
Who owns the truck? You?
That's I want to say it's a produce company that I want to say they work with the restaurants here to
Oh,
bring the meals to us.
that's lovely. Wow, everyone's cooperating, aren't they?
Yeah, everyone is cooperating. I'm taking you to the back of the building where
Right.
I'll show you some of our buses. We have quite a few buses still left on the premises.
For those of you who've not been to the Volen Center in Boca Raton, the property is exquisite, it's exclusive, beautiful. I've been
Yeah.
there so often and over the years, and people. This is not a typical senior center, I have to say.
No, it's not. When we are open, when we reopen and get past this COVID as much as we can anyway, all the buses that you see will be transporting people throughout South Palm Beach County to doctor's appointments, to Publix, to Walmart, to the Volen Center, to come and enjoy congregate meals, to come and enjoy entertainment.
I see the trucks in back of you. Are
Yeah.
those do you call those aren't the buses, those are the vehicles, small vehicles, right? How many people can be in one of those vehicles?
I want to say the smaller one, like that one there, I want to say 8 can be on there. The bigger buses hold 16. And right now, when we transport daycare clients, we aren't, of course, cramming them on a bus. We put one person to a seat. We don't double up. And of course, masks are encouraged with the adult daycare clients. But again, it's very, very difficult.
Right. Do you do any of the plastic face coverings? Do they like those? Is that helpful?
We do the face shields.
Yes.
So I provide them in the daycare for staff and clients should they want them. When it comes to coughing and sneezing, the face shield is, for us as staff members, is not the only PPE recommended. They must wear a mask also.
I see.
But yeah, some do. If some of the program assistants are feeding a client or if they're helping them in the restroom, they will wear their face shield.
Mm-hmm.
And in those situations, if we're transferring a client, we will wear gowns also, disposable gowns.
Kim, in all your training as a nurse, had you ever been trained for anything like a pandemic like this?
I haven't been trained specifically for a pandemic, but you tend to learn on the fly. And I spent many years before I was here working in international or travel medicine, where you work with people who travel to other countries. and you see all kinds of things that go on in other countries. So I did have some sort of a background, but not a personal background of it. But I'm on with
that I was going to say, do you know that your phone is so clear and it's amazing? So the speaker is great on your phone.
Yeah, this is an old phone too.
Ah, well, you look good. This is a very different kind of a Zoomer Times TV show. I love this.
Yes, it's great. And I got my exercise today.
Right. And when everyone can come back, this is maybe what we should do. You should be walking around interviewing them in a way. This is a whole new thing for us.
Yes, I think that would be wonderful.
They'd love it.
Yes, I think that would be wonderful. When we open in our active senior center, we have a lot of people that come in here that would love to be part of an interview.
Right. Well, we're going to do it, and you're going to be the MC there, and you're going to get them. I think this is a whole. See, it's funny how, even though this is a horrible situation for everyone, if you open your mind, you can really get some bright ideas and make things better, can't you?
Absolutely. You just have to be a little flexible, and we can all do it.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a little bit. Let's talk about volunteers, because your articles in Boomer Times were really pushing volunteers. How important are volunteers for you?
Volunteers, especially now, are super important. We have a lot of confirmations and reassurance phone calls that we need to do with the people that are in our area to make sure they're okay, to make sure they're eating, and we have a limited staff. Everyone at the Volen Center is still here from when COVID started. We work as a team. No one's going anywhere. We're staying together as a team, but there's not enough of us to make phone calls, 13,000 meals a week, and reassurance phone calls. So we do the best we can. Volunteers are definitely appreciated. We do have a few of our old volunteers that do come in and make phone calls for us.
And they make them from their home, or do they have to be there at the center to make them?
They do come into the center because we give them rosters and all of that. But they come in with their masks, they sit in the admin wing, and they're by themselves, and they make the phone calls, and often they know the people that they're calling, some of them.
Sure.
And they get a chance to catch up.
Yeah, I'm sure that's so important for those people who live alone. And but in a sense, the volunteers themselves, they're very careful, and you're being so careful with them. And then, do they get lunch when they're there?
Oh, sure. Most of them are already on our congregate meal roster. So I want to say every one of them that has come in has a 14 meal box.
Huh.
So, and it's good food.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it's absolutely wonderful. And then I know there are people who come there in their own cars. We didn't see many cars there now.
With the cars that will come for the pickup today, that area opens at noon to 2 for the pickup of food. So some people just drive through if they're not going to be home, or they're generally not home on a Thursday when there might be a delivery. They'll just drive through and pick up their box. And it's as simple as calling the Volen Center and doing a little 5-minute assessment if they want to get on our meal roster.
So the Boynton Beach Center and the other centers, do they have the same availability?
The Boynton Beach Center and like Pompey Park, they have the drive-through, but it's the catered meals, not the boxes. The boxes we home deliver those. But if somebody wants to come and pick up the big box of food, they have to come to the East Boca site on Thursday, and they have to register first. So there's a box for them between 12 and 2.
And have you run out of boxes, or you have enough for everybody?
We try to confirm. I don't think we've run out of boxes. We've had extra boxes, a few here and there for people who aren't home, but they generally get distributed to some local senior area.
When you think about it, Kim, and I want to really urge people to understand this. If you were not delivering food, there are people who would not get to the grocery store. They would not have anything to eat, or they would eat terrible stuff, wouldn't they?
Correct. I've had those calls, and I have put food in my car and driven it over myself. We've all of us here have had those phone calls, and it's heartbreaking.
And when you think about it, Kim, the food is the essence. That's what'll keep them living and being okay. And also, it gives them something, some joy. It gives them something to look forward to.
Correct. And even that person delivering that food,
Right.
it's another, it's another face and a little bit of conversation. It's reinsurance that outside that front door, that world is still out there.
Kim, have you lost any employees or anybody? Have you had to lay people off during this?
No, we have not laid one person off.
Oh, Kim.
We keep functioning as a team. Yeah, no, Volen Center is amazing. They are amazing to their employees. They keep us working, even though some people are doing jobs that they weren't hired to do.
Right.
They jump right in and participate in meal delivery, and when it all goes back to normal, we'll do our old jobs, and we're a team here.
Well, I just want to tell you to please tell your board of directors and Jared how proud I am to be a part of this in some way, and just to have you. I mean, boy, did they luck out in having you. I mean, you're not.
Thank you.
It's not only that you're qualified, you are so passionate and you're so caring, and it comes through. And even though it looks like you're wearing a hat and back because of the trees, I'm kidding. Trees are gorgeous, aren't
they? I love it out here. This is amazing. And that's why I want to be able to bring in the daycare to be able to enjoy the canopy that we have here. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of property here.
Do you have an herb garden at all outside?
Not here at the center, no. But when we redo the back area, we are going to have stand up. Jared and I spoke about this morning.
I'm coming. I'm going to work in your herb garden.
Yes, he said this morning to me, we have so many ideas. We're going to have stand up gardens out there. And I said, absolutely.
Right. Oh, yeah. So it is. You're so, well, you see, everything, though, that you think about the Volen Center, it could just be a place. But because of the people that you've encouraged and who are there doing things, that's what makes it, it's like everybody knows your name. Remember that Cheers?
Yes.
That's like Cheers. You're not selling alcohol, but you're selling love and friendship.
Right, absolutely.
It's fantastic, Kim. Well, we're just about out of time, but I have to tell you, you're a great sport to do this, to be outside. It was a great interview, and let's use this now as we can.
Yeah.
And maybe next time we can get some of your employees to walk with you. And this is a lovely way to, to talk to everybody. Is it
right? Absolutely.
For you today? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Oh, your blonde hair is so pretty. You have everything done, and it's amazing that when you get home, do you actually go to sleep?
Yes.
You must be exhausted, but thank you so much for being with us and doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're an angel, and we'll just keep trying to get you more employees. And okay, everybody want to be an employee. And you know what I didn't do? Unfortunately, I've got to give the phone number too for everybody. So let me do that right now. And we'll give them the 561-395-8920, right?
Correct.
395-8920, 561, the Volen Center, or just go to volencenter.org, right?
.com.
.com, sorry. Interesting. It's a volencenter.com, because I know it's a not-for-profit, I thought. Okay, volencenter.com, and this is our wonderful, lovely Kim, and she's the mainstay there. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Be well. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.